What's going on here? What I can't get my head around is this is, in effect, consolidating information which is already there. So why is there a need to change anything?
Yeah, why is Starmer doing this is a question that we could probably ask every day of the year. Given that he's obviously solved all of the nation's problems already and can go and take on this massive, chunky challenge, right? No, I think that, as you say, when we look at the pandemic, for example, some of the systems that did stand up pretty well, things like universal credit and the rest of it, was where there had been modernisation efforts and you could kind of retroactively engineer some of the benefit systems to send money to people and all these other programmes. And that's just a function that technology is capable of making public services better. But the crime that this is now purporting to stop, of illegal immigration, clues in the name, is already illegal. And so what you actually need to do is just have a better enforcement mechanism of all these things already. You know, people who are watching this at home, if they want to go and get a new job, they've got to show their national insurance number, they've got to show a valid form of where they're living, and all these things already. And of course, if you're a criminal, you're going to ignore the law anyway by definition, and the shadow economy already exists. The worst bit, of course, and we've talked about this a lot on this programme, is the underlying legal architecture that prevents people from being deported in the first place. So some bloke rocks up on a small boat and throws his papers into the ocean and says, right, now you've got to look after me. And then he goes to try and get a job or something. And you go, well, you haven't got a Brit Card, have you? It doesn't matter. You won't be able to deport me because the ECHR will give me the right to a family life. The Human Rights Act will protect me from doing all of this. You're going to have a council give me a house and give me some money anyway, and I don't care about your card system as it is. So all it ends up doing is making more bureaucracy and more difficulty for normal people.
So that's the point, isn't it? I mean, it's a bit like him having the slogan in order to get elected, which was smash the gangs. Yeah. He said, never mind Rishi Sunak saying stop the boats, we will smash the gangs. Now that appears not to have very well worked. He now needs something else, and saying, right, you should all have ID cards, and those who haven't got ID cards will therefore not be allowed to work. That will smash the gangs and stop the boats, will it?
Right, and if you believe that, I've got a small boat to sell you. No, it won't work. Again, it is not until we get to grips with this underlying legal system, the fact that, as someone like Dominic Cummings has said, if the Prime Minister actually did try right now to direct the Navy to stop these boats, which you could do very easily, and you could send special forces onto the beaches of France with the French cooperation and all the rest of it, the Cabinet Secretary, the head of the Civil Service, might well say that's illegal and try and get the police to arrest the Prime Minister. So unless you deal with all of this stuff, which means stripping out lots of existing laws, stripping out the ECHR and all these things, it doesn't matter if you're making people carry around a different bit of paper or a different spreadsheet in a government database somewhere, it's not going to work. And I think that he's lying to people if he's pretending that it is.
I mean, look,